Same order they went in, for case. So case first, same order they went in. So that goes status quo, ocean, human trafficking, solvency. Then on the dissent, the politics dissent, then the bubble dissent.
There's not much of politics here.
Okay. All of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait 1 second. Do you?
Yeah. Everyone ready? Alright. First on status quo 1C1, they say high oil prices and lower the use of fossil fuels. So, one, it's absolutely not specific to the Coast Guard, and second is that there's absolutely no way they can stop using fossil fuels because fossil fuels are the only thing that are fueling their vehicles. If they could find something else to use, then they would use it, but fossil fuels are the only things the Coast Guard can use, even though the rest of the country is shifting toward a lack of fossil fuel use. The Coast Guard is not doing so, it's the only thing that matters. 1C2, they say executive order these two alternative fuels, but first of all, this evidence is absolutely horrible. It does not say anything about Coast Guard, it only says alternative fuel vehicles. At best, they can win the fact that the government's alternative fuel vehicles are using alternative fuel, and which means that they gain absolutely no inerrancy arguments. Go to the next flow of the oceans. First of all, they say our evidence is bad. First of all, the rest of our evidence, which they also don't read, is that the Coast Guard works with the rest of the agencies in order to tackle these areas that are far away. So even though that there are areas that are far away, the Coast Guard itself cannot reach it, is able to coordinate other agencies within the United States and other countries to actually tackle these areas to stop human trafficking. Then go to the next human trafficking flow. First, they say that there are other agencies too. First, but yet exactly cross-climate argument before the Coast Guard is able to cooperate with all of these agencies after they have enough oil to actually work efficiently, so they're able to coordinate agencies and actually stop human trafficking. There's no offense on this flow. Go to Solvency 1C1. They say Coast Guard. They say the Coast Guard isn't going to work. Yes, of all, the plan is going to work because the plan is able to offset 1% of the entire United States oil consumption. The entire military only takes 2%. It is obvious the Coast Guard would be able to function. All these solvency arguments do not matter. 1C2, they say that we would still be using diesel fuel. Of course, we still use diesel fuel. We cannot replace the entirety of diesel fuel, but our argument is that we need to minimize the use of oil so we can minimize the impacts of oil shocks and we can actually have more money to compensate. Currently, the status quo, there's no room for error when it comes to these budget overruns and things like that. After the plan, the Coast Guard would actually have enough time and enough money to actually overcompensate when it comes to oil shocks, though they don't have to allocate money in other areas. 1C3, they say the more They say that war advocacy key. First of all, it's not. We don't criticize or categorically criticize that war is bad. War advocacy is bad in every instance. We're just saying that the way you prioritize war over these social issues is what bad because it sees controls the elites who are ingrained in the military mindset. Look at 2004 when Bush decided there was weapons of mass destruction in Iraq and actually decided to start a war. When it is not true because it was not true. But his extinction, his nuclear war rhetoric was allowed to be able to do so. Then group the 4, 5, and 6. These are all arguments of why the military can't solve. First of all, these talk about the military. The military is the military that goes across other countries and decides to actually carry out United States Armed Forces missions. We're not the military. The Coast Guard is not the ones that go across the country. The Coast Guard stays at home and monitors our seas. It does not link to us. Second is the fact that it's not specific because it's not specific. Our plan is able to solve a cross-climate argument that says that we need the plan because the plan is able to offset 2% of oil consumption and the entire military only takes 1% of military consumption. So obviously, the Coast Guard will be able to solve all these arguments. Do not make sense. Do not accomplish from the Coast Guard. We are guaranteed 100% solvency. First. Extend the case, eighth point is the overfishing. Overfishing is harder bastard offenders. Stronger 70% of fish are exploited and depleted. Fair to address this issue leads to loss of marine ecosystems, which causes a lot of bad things. Species like phytoplankton hold up the entire aquatic food and provide half the world's oxygen. Bees support specifically horseshoe crabs. First, they're a keystone species, but second of all, their blood is the gold standard for FDA when it comes to vaccine testing. Doctors will not give vaccines at least deemed safe. This impact is really bad because of burn disease. No boundaries are a threat to everyone. Lastly is human trafficking. Human trafficking is not being addressed around, which dehumanizes victims. However, Coast Guard is uniquely situated to prevent the problem by stopping smugglers. Then extend the last three cards of the 1AC. First, extend diplomacy. War as merely military conflict. Scares focus away from true cause. Warlike poverty exploitation is 3 impacts. 8th point, we access all the internal impact needs because wars level in the world poverty and exploitation are ongoing. B, support, we actually internally link to their impact because our exclusive interpretation of war shifts the debate away from poverty and exploitation. And C is we access their impact. Stopping human trafficking is the first step to stopping exploitation. That's the fabric of the root causes of war. Next, extend more. Prioritizing wars, power, implications, seize control to elites who are ingrained within the country's military machine. Cross-applied by expandable with Bush in 2004. Then, extend Macedo. Focus upon simply biological life is inadequate. Stop dehumanization of the victims. Human trafficking must come first. 2 reasons why. 8th point, dehumanization affects not only the victim, but reflects the fact that subservience and suffering cause perpetrators and the bystanders to be humanized as well. Second, dehumanization is the root cause of war since the enemy must dehumanize before the decision is made to another human to kill them. And cool. Let's go to the rogue stuff. First, Pakistan isn't up for debate. Healthcare is the only thing on Obama's mind. Even he agrees with Guardian 611. President Obama officially started withdrawing checks of political capital on behalf of universal health care. I'm not doing this because I don't have to. Obama told his audience was giggled in recognition of the many fronts on which the administration is moving. Second is that the uniqueness is not conclusive on this issue. It says that Obama may succeed, which means you cannot give any weight to the uniqueness evidence that cannot make its own mind. Last is that there's no link. Our fiat guarantees that the plan passage is immediate. There's absolutely no congressional overlay, which is what their links based off the fiat. Immediate is good for debate because it allows the affirmative to actually not spike out disads, because we can just be like, well, the plan doesn't happen now. The plan happens 3 years from now, so your disads don't matter. Next. All right. Next. Climate change legislation that will do to Copenhagen Summit. Obama just spent political capital on it. He will continue doing so, which means the agenda will be inevitably overload. This Guardian 6-3 Barack Obama's prepared to seek his own political procedure. Getting climate change legislation to Congress would be willing to intervene directly. Congress working against a 6-month deadline fast sweep pact to brought to legislation before Copenhagen. Democrat leaders are planning to move the full vote at the end of this month. House Energy Committee was made heavily charcoal, and we'll see Democrats the first major obstacle for the climate bill. And Obama drew on his political capital to get it passed. And next is Greenhawk's strong support the affirmative civic Congress is Solomon in 8 bulls leading one of the Greenhouse Pentagon. We're leading the way to alternative energy. The motivation is security, since they see terrorism and climate change is the greatest threat in the United States. Greenhawks hold leading the Pentagon, which heavily acquired legendary status of tracking for the Pentagon, Army, Navy, Air Force, DHS, State Department, Congress, and the one's industry. And furthermore, the app is bipartisan to national security concerns. This is Boston Globe 2007. Increasingly, the military sees energy efficiency and moving away from oil as part of its national security mission. At a time where global oil markets are unstable, gas prices falling historic highs, climate change is increasingly matter by public concern. And that's cool for now. What just said? First one, no internal link. Green bubble cannot expand rapidly due to any further lack of capital. This is Yarrow in 2009. Last week, we argued that green bubble would not see cheap return from investment perspective. We said we don't think there will be a great green bubble. There's not enough capital to inflate it. As green clearly demonstrated, investors are not anywhere near as excited green. They were about webs or homes. As the world's financial systems right in the hall, we see no reason for this to change. There's less money dumped into the expensive industry. Green versus time to develop. And 2, not uniquely, the federal government has already provided incentives to many different types of alternative energy and stimulants for no reason. So we're talking about standard, the method that will create a bubble where none of the any types did. And 3, not any government funding of climate change and that will cost of pie, Obama pushing climate change in politics. And 4 is no link. Their link is evidence specific to funneling money into clean tech companies. We only give money to the Coast Guard. The link is incoherent since investors have no say in the Coast Guard technology usage. 5 is no link. We're using waste cooking oil. There's only a limited amount of waste cooking oil used by manufacturing culinary industry. This means the bubble won't expand. Waste cooking oil is dumped. There's no way you would create a bubble on trash because it doesn't make sense.
He concedes in cross-ex that his only accusation of a bubble is specifically for waste cooking oil.
Yeah, like he concedes that the whatever.
The bubble is only for waste cooking oil.
The bubble is only for waste cooking oil, and let's go back to politics. Cool. Next plan is popular House funding approved. This is UPI 2006. U.S. House of Representatives approved nearly $10 billion funding for the Coast Guard this week. The House Committee approved a bill for the Coast Guard includes goal to speed the modernization of all the ships, services, ships, and planes. Lastly, is unanimous support for the firmest Senate approves this during 2006 found use of powered rock renewable energy and sourcing reduced good or received good amount of attention. The fiscal 2007 defeats authorization bill approved unanimously last week in the Senate. And